So for today's episode of A Drink with the Hurricane, we're going to talk about lunch and learn in service. And this is a question that was actually submitted from one of our Home Care Revenue Builder members, Pamela. So Pam, this one's specifically for you, but everybody else, you're going to like this one too. This is A Drink with the Hurricane, the home care sales and marketing talk show that discusses all things growing your home care business. When it comes to doing a lunch and learn in service, there is a formula that I train all of our clients and boot camp attendees and coaching clients and so on, that they make sure that they master and they model every single time they do it. And this is what I call the 25-minute lunch and learn. Make sure that you understand it's a lunch and learn in service, all right? But when you make sure that people understand in service is the language that they use at the facilities, make sure that they understand there's no credits with this unless you're offering CEU credits. But make sure it's a lunch and learn in service, because that might help you with anything that might be misleading or misguiding. It's a lunch and learn in service. I'm coming in to explain our fall prevention program, for example. Now, the 25-minute lunch and learn in service is a 5-minute overview of your company. What is the history? Why did you get into business? How many clients do you have on your census? How many staff members do you have? What is your niche? What is the kind of business that you're looking for? What are you best suited to handle, etc. 5-minute overview of your company. Who are the key players? Then you want to transition from your company to national figures and then their figures. If you're talking to a hospital, a skilled nursing facility, a home health company, a hospice company, their Medicare stats are available on Medicare.gov. And anybody who's a home care revenue builders, you can actually go on and watch the webinar that's recorded where I told you and showed you how to navigate the Medicare.gov website. But you can find all this information because it's public knowledge and it's free. And so for the next 5 minutes after that intro, you want to talk about national readmission rates, and then you want to pull up the business that you're doing the in-service for, their readmission rates. And the cool thing about this is you know exactly what the rates are. It actually shows you if it's worse than average, on par with average, or better than average. And either way, this is proof in the pudding, and this is powerful for you, and it shows that you did your homework. Now, after you've spoken about their readmission rate, their readmission rate, then talk about your hospitalization rate, which I know private duty home care, without even knowing your business, it's going to be around 5%, which is significantly lower than all of the other Medicare providers out there. And so as a result, when you talk about your rates, I have a client who's got a 0.9% readmission rate. They had 115 clients start last year and one ended up in the hospital within 30 days. 0.9, that's outstanding. So when they talk about, hey, so-and-so home health, your readmission rate is better than the national average of 15%. Yours is only 13%. Now here's our rate of 0.9%. If we work together and you refer us patients, we can help you reduce your rate significantly. And what this does is this opens the door for you to get referrals, because every person who's in the room, and you got to make sure you have the right people there. It's the administrator, the director of nursing, the social workers, the people who can refer you, everybody. You want all the department heads present. But those top people are sitting there thinking, wait a second, you have a 5% readmission rate and ours is 12%? So if we refer our most difficult patients to you, they going home with you and us together, you're telling me that they now have a 1 in 20 chance of being readmitted versus a 1 in 10 or a 1 in 5? That's outstanding. How can we send you patients? Which is the whole goal of why this is the 25-minute in-service. So after you get done with that second 5 minutes, this is 10 minutes now, the last 15 minutes should be speaking about a specialty program that you've put together. And it should be something like fall prevention, transitional care management. If you're talking to somebody who specializes in CHF, make a CHF program, and just basically put together how you would transition this specific patient, the dementia patient, the diabetic, the stroke patient, onto your services. And so put together, what are your standard operating procedures? From phone call through client being home beyond 30 days, what is your standard operating procedure for that individual and how you're going to fulfill keeping that individual home? That's the 15 minutes of your specialty program. And there should be a marketing flyer or collateral which goes along with it. So when you do this right, and you're doing it's only 25 minutes, so it's not even that difficult to set up, because a lot of times people think it's going to be an hour, 2 hours. You tell them I just need 25 minutes. Can you give me 25 minutes? I'll bring in food, or if I'm not allowed to bring in food, I'll bring in some tchotchkes. If I'm not allowed to I will educate you. At the very least, you will love to hear what I have to say. 5-minute overview of your company, 5 minutes on your readmission rates, and 15 minutes on your specialty program. Now, if you're not a member of the Home Care Revenue Builders and you're interested in finding out more information, you can click on the I icon right here or the link below in the message, so that this way you can at least learn about what's involved with it, what is the benefit of being a member, because we have like 130, 140 members coast to coast. It's awesome, and we'd love to have you join us in there. So that's our tip for the week, folks. Take care. God bless.